This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV. I'm at AMD's ExtravaLANza in Markham, Ontario. I'm joined by Jonathan Garay, Technical Support Supervisor for PowerColor. Welcome to the program, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that you do customized PCBs. Am I correct? Am I getting the terminology right?
Yes, that's correct.
I don't know what that means. So maybe you could elaborate as to what it is you do.
Right, so customized PCBs basically is we take the AMD reference design, such as a 7970 is a good example, and we customize that to essentially our preferred specification of the product.
So is it, I mean, I take it there's demand for certain specialized needs? Is that why the products exist?
That's one reason why. Other things will be like customers want, a higher performing product. Like for example, our 7970 Vortex 2 card. That does not use a reference design, but it does use our own PowerColor custom designed PCB board for that particular card.
Okay, well why don't we look at some working examples. Now you've got a behemoth of a graphics card in your lap right now. Maybe you could tell us about this.
Right, so for example, like you said, the 7990 is our current top-of-the-line card. It is using our 7970's dual GPUs. We're just calling it a 7990. It's a 3-slot wide card. The card itself does weigh 4 pounds, mainly because of the massive heatsink on it. And it does require 3 8-pin power connectors to power the card. So this is just one example of several that we have for customized graphics cards.
So this is, I take it, this is a dual GPU solution where there's actually 2 video cards built into one piece of machinery here. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what is it about this that makes it a customization compared to, let's say, the standard spec?
Well, for one, we're the only company that has the 7990. We're the only company that has basically 2 7970 GPUs on one PCB board. So that would be one reason why this is a customized design. This design is not even available from AMD. There's no AMD reference design of the 7990.
And when working with a card like this, is it seen as a single graphics card, or is it actually seen as 2 separate graphics cards by the software?
Right. Windows will actually pick this up as a dual GPU card. So if you look in Device Manager, you'll see two references to the 7990 GPU in there.
So it's kind of like it is considered a crossfire setup?
Yes, yes.
So lots of performance, I'm sure.
Yes, very good performance out of the card.
Okay, excellent. Now, do you have something more on the mid-range of things?
We do have several different offerings available in the mid-range. Here with me, I have our 7870 Infinity 6 card. Basically, this card has 6 mini display ports to allow a person to use up to six displays on the one video card, whereas most of our other cards have 5 display outputs, 2 DVI, 1 HDMI, and 2 mini display ports. But those have a limitation of up to 4 displays depending on the configuration, whereas this one has a dedicated up to 6 displays on the card.
Now, maybe you could elaborate more. I mean, 6 displays out of a single graphics card. Why would someone want to do that? What's the motivation behind this?
Well, for some people who want to play games, there are games out there that support the multiple display feature who want to have up to 6 displays to be surrounded by monitors. But more practical application is what I see a lot of is finance people like in the stock business. These people usually have lots of charts, lots of graphs, and all kinds of information being streamed to them, where 1 or 2 monitors just isn't enough display area to provide them all this information. So having 6 monitors will be a great advantage to these type of people.
And I take it with the 7070, there's enough performance to go around to all these displays?
Yes, very easily. When in that type of environment, like display stock type people, it doesn't really take up a whole lot of performance. It's mainly just a 2D environment, not a whole lot of demand required out of the video card.
Excellent, excellent. Now let's take a look at perhaps an introductory model of graphics card. I understand even in this market space you have a customization. Maybe you could elaborate a little more.
Yes, and for this I have our 7750. This is a low-profile version of the card. So the performance of the 7750 is very, like you said, it's an introductory performance level card. And it does play a lot of the newer games rather moderately on lower to mid-range settings. But for people who have low-profile cases, such as like slimline cases from like HP, Compaq, and so on and so forth, they have a size limitation where a standard height card will not fit. So this card here will fit that need.
So do you find? So I take it this is really for a specific type of case and power supply. So
it better fits those needs, yes. But if you have a standard size case, this card will still work in the case since it does still have the full size height bracket.
Okay, excellent. So, well, thanks for joining us. A lot of interesting things on the table here. I hope you're enjoying AMD's ExtravaLANza. Have you seen some interesting things on the floor?
Actually, I have. Actually, there's my favorite out here is actually a system using the Affinity feature. Has, I believe, it's 6 displays. And it has a really awesome chair that they have set up for playing Dirt 3 Showdown.
Yes, if only it was in 3D, right?
Of course.
Of course. Well, thanks for joining us, Jonathan. We've been speaking with Jonathan Garay from PowerColor. We'll, of course, be back with more. Thanks for watching.